السلام عليكم ويعطيكم العافية وسلام للجميع. احنا الآن في داون تاون على كوبر ستريت 309 في مدينة اوتوا. هذا المكان اسمه مسلم فاميلي سيرفيسز. هم بيقدموا سيرفيسز للفاميلي، بس اليوم احنا موجودين لانه راح يعملوا افتتاحية لأول شلتر او ملجأ للسيدات المسلمات في مدينة اوتوا. اسمه سكينة هومز. هذا المكان موجود منه اثنين في مدينة تورونتو او الجي تي اي، والان اول مكان بيفتح في مدينة اوتوا. قبل ما نبدا سالت الجماعه هون، حكوا لنا عندهم 13 بيت للسيدات المسلمات. طبعا المكان ما حد بيعرفه، مش هذا هو اللوكيشن، هذا لوكيشن هاي جو حوالي مكان اللوكيشن تبع الفاميلي سيرفيسز، بس اللوكيشن تبع الملجأ بكون دائما مخفي او ما حد بيعرف عن العنوان، عشان ما يصير ابيوز للمكان من قبل الاشخاص الثانيين. anyway عندهم 13 مكان الان. في عندهم 3 ريزيدنت صاروا عايشين، لانهم فتحوا هم من 1 نوفمبر، يعني قبل 10 ايام تقريبا. والان ان شاء الله رب العالمين ما يزيد هذا العدد طبعا، لكن عندهم بيقدروا يستوعبوا 13 سيده، وبفكروا بعدين اذا صار عندهم ضغط اكثر انهم يروحوا على مكان اكثر. طبعا المكان والشلتر موجود للسيدات وعوائلهم. اذا كان عندهم اولاد اقل من 12 سنه بيقدروا يكونوا معهم في المنزل او في الشلتر، او اذا كان عندهم اولاد اكثر من 12 سنه بيضطروا انهم الاولاد يروحوا على مكان اخر، اما البنات بيقدروا يكونوا موجودين في زي ما انتم شايفين المير تبع السيتي اوف اوتوا، بعض المشايخ اللي موجودين، بعض السياسيين. عندنا جو من هو الام بي بي لمنطقه فانيير اللي احنا فيها، شاندرا هو الام بي لمنطقه نيبين، عندنا ماري لافرين هي الام بي تبعت اورلينز، وبرضه عندنا ياسر ناكفي اللي هو كان سابقا الام بي بي لهذه المنطقه، وكان وزير سابق والان هو يعمل لمؤسسه غير ربحيه. anyway المير تبع اوتوا وبعض زي ما انتم شايفين. طبعا هذا كان بدعم من قبل الهيومن كونسيرن انترناشونال والاسلاميك ريليف وبعض الجمعيات الاخرى. خليكم لايف الان مع الحدث. We have speakers. We're actually going to take you on the ground. We have to go on the ground. Linda is on the ground. She's going to have to take you through the event. Linda, take it away. طبعا السيدة لبنى هي المسؤولة عن المكان.
Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to the official ribbon cutting ceremony of Sakida Homes Ottawa chapter. We are here at 309 Cooper Street, which is the office of Muslim Family Services, MFSO, and actually our office is inside of their office. So that's why we decided to do the ribbon cutting ceremony here. My name is Mashuda Mutnasayed. I'm the Ottawa lead for the Sakina Home in Ottawa, and I'm also their house manager. My colleague is also here, Ruba Musa. She's the counselor on our home at all times. And then our CEO, Zina, is also here. So before we start the inauguration, I would like to call upon Sheikh Jalil Muraj to do a small prayer for us.
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا وسيئات أعمالنا من يهده الله فهو المهتدي ومن يضلل فلن تجد له وليا مرشدا وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. All thanks and praise to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We seek His help and forgiveness, and we seek refuge of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala from evil within ourselves and consequences of our deeds. Whoever Allah guides, none misguides, and whoever Allah leads astray, none can guide. I bear witness that there is no God but except Allah, and I bear witness that Muhammad is the Messenger of Allah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, O you who believe, fear Allah as the right, as the right to fear, and not die except for the sake of submission. And also he says, O you who believe, fear your Lord, created you from one soul and created from its mate, and dispersed from both of them many men and women. Fear Allah, through whom you ask one another with intelligent eyes. Verily, Allah is ever watching over you. And also he says, O you who have faith, fear Allah and speak upright words. He will correct your deeds and forgive your sins. Whoever obeys Allah has no choice. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Lord of the universe, to guide us and to bless this endeavor and to help the people who are behind us and all those who support to make it successful and to make it a shelter for those who are the most vulnerable, our children and our women. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect you. Thank you for coming and God bless you.
Thank you, Sheikh. So before we get into this program, I would just like to let everybody know that the mayor does have to leave at 1:30, so we'll try to keep her speeches as short as possible. Thank you. So I have always been involved for a very long time in my community, and I'm a big advocate for community service. I've been involved with many other projects, and the reason I decided to get involved in this project, I find that there's a need for it in Ottawa. And I just want to work with these women and children and become a support system for them, where they can come to me and try to build a bridge using our resources within the community with other organizations and sectors, where we can help them stand up on their own feet. So the mission for Sakida Homes is actually to establish a network of sheltering projects within the community that we live in and provide a safe and nurturing environment for these women and their children. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to our CEO of Sakida Homes. She's a young, vibrant girl, and her name is Zina Chaudhry. So she'll tell you a little bit about herself, and then we'll get to the next.
Assalamu everybody. Hello. Thank you so much for being here. I will keep it very short. As Judah said, the mayor is here. It is a tight deadline. I want to respect that. I honestly just want to give some words of thanks and how humbled we are that we have so many amazing partner organizations here in the city of Ottawa, and how many dignitaries have come out to support us in our mission. Sakida Homes was born out of an idea on January 15, 2017, which was not very long ago, and to date we've helped over 6,000 women and children across Canada. We do everything from sheltering to mental health to food scarcity, and for us, being established in the nation's capital was a very important step, as for 2 years we've seen the need grow. We are so excited to finally open our doors as of November 1st. But this will stop us again. That was for a fact. So, in the span of a week, I believe we've already had 5 to 6, I think, residents come through the home already, with more to go, with more intakes ready to go. So we're very grateful, and I want to thank obviously our Ottawa lead here, Judah, for putting this house together so quickly, and getting together such a great team to pull off this event and to establish this home that's so needed. So thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Sita. So obviously, our next speaker is going to be our chief guest, who is His Worship the Mayor of Ottawa, Jim Watson. So I'd like to invite him now to give the speech.
Thank you very much, Mashuda. I feel very guilty. It's my fault for keeping speeches short, which is not a bad thing in a city like Ottawa on a beautiful day. Who would have thought we'd be complaining it was too hot in November? Thank you, Mashuda, for the wonderful work that you have done. I think I heard you on CBC Radio a little while ago talking about this very needed project. And to my fellow elected officials and my friend Yasser Naqvi, I bring greetings also on behalf of Catherine Pitts, who I believe is in the planning committee and is not able to be here. And Chandra, great France, thank you all for being here. This is exciting news for the city of Ottawa because it's the first time a shelter has been put together and designed to welcome women, Muslim members of our community. And we know the need is great for shelters throughout the city, people escaping domestic violence. And I want to thank the CEO, Zina Chaudhry, and the entire Sakida Homes team for welcoming us here today on Cooper Street. I'd also like to thank all of the individuals from various Muslim groups in the community for being with us here today to celebrate. And we're celebrating the success of putting the home together. Sadly, I wish we didn't have to have homes where women and children had to escape violence. But thank goodness we do have caring groups in the Muslim community and the greater community. And COVID-19 has intensified the challenges that we're all facing. We know, for instance, from the police department, there's a marked increase in the number of domestic violence calls as a result of COVID-19. People are stressed, they're losing their jobs, their businesses, they're spending large amounts of time together, they're facing economic, mental health issues. Having a safe place to live leads to better health outcomes, making it the first line of defense against the COVID virus. Each night, thousands of Muslim women and children in Canada go through traumatic experiences stemming from abuse, immigration issues, homelessness, and poverty. This is the first Muslim women's shelter in Ottawa. I'm truly thankful to the entire community for pulling together, raising the money to bring this shelter to our city. This is a shelter where Muslim women can feel safe as they come out of abusive relationships and transition into a home. Having a shelter dedicated to Muslim women provides an opportunity to build a supportive community where residents can be comfortable and connect with others facing the same situation in their own home lives. Affordable and supportive housing remains a priority of the City of Ottawa. I was just on a conference call with Marie France and Chandra's colleague, the Deputy Prime Minister, and the Minister of Finance, and the Minister responsible for housing, Minister Hussein. And the reason I had to push my schedule is I have one final meeting with another minister. We never want to let these opportunities go because they have a lot of money, you see, as a federal government. We need a lot of money at the local level. So we've got great champions in Chandra and Marie France, the entire team. So we're working with other levels of government, with community partners to build capacity, provide important services to some of our most vulnerable citizens in our community. We're prioritizing sustainable solutions that will provide viable housing options to respond to the needs of those, not just because of the pandemic, but after the pandemic leaves us. So let's continue to work together to ensure that everyone in our city has a safe place they can call home. Alors, encore en français, je vous remercie beaucoup pour votre dévouement et votre bon travail pour ce projet vraiment tellement important à la ville d'Ottawa. We have a little certificate on behalf of Catherine Pitts and I would like to present with you. I wish you the very, very best. Thank you all, and whoever else you feel would be appropriate to come up and present the line. Sina, of course.
Thank you. Thank you, Chair Watson. So before we continue the speeches, there's a couple of people I just wanted to recognize. They may be speaking because of the long line. So we've got Teresa Whitmore representing the Eastern Governor of Rotary Club of Orleans 1740 district. We've got Trisha Johnson representing another one of our supporters, Ottawa Food Bank, and we've got Dr. Jamal Sharif. He's the Humans for Peace organization. So as the mayor mentioned, both of the ministers are busy with their emergency meeting that they have sent a representative Iman Salfidin. She's going to deliver the message from Minister McKenna's office and Minister Courtney's office. Iman.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Nan, and I am from the Honorable Mona Fortier's office. MP Mona Fortier, we have liked to be with you, of course, this afternoon, but unfortunately, she has other obligations. In her name, I want to take this opportunity to congratulate Sakina Home for opening the first Muslim women chapter in the nation's capital. This project is an amazing one that will provide the most needed help to Muslim women who will find the same place for themselves and their kids in time of difficulty. The COVID pandemic has brought to our attention that vulnerable people became more vulnerable with the added stress of this pandemic. Knowing that a safe shelter will be there for them shows that our community, our city, care about everyone. Thank you, Sakina Homes, for this great initiative. The letter from the Honorable Captain actually is directed to Mashuda. As Member of Parliament for Ottawa Centre, it is with great pleasure that I offer greetings and congratulations to Sakina Holmes and your team for establishing Ottawa's first shelter for Muslim women in Ottawa Centre. The riding I'm proud to be represented. Providing a safe and culturally appropriate space in our community for Muslim women and their families is critical. It will provide an essential lifeline to Muslim women experiencing homelessness, poverty, and abuse. This could not be more important as we work as a community to support each other through the COVID-19 pandemic. In reflecting our government's commitment to support women facing gender-based violence, the work within the city of Ottawa over the past 2 years is commendable. I wish you all the best in achieving this important milestone that will change the lives of the Muslim women you serve and their families. The Honorable Captain.
Thank you. So now I would like to request my council, she's a member of Parliament, right, Orleans.
Thank you, Mashuda. Bonjour à tous. Hello, everyone. C'est vraiment un plaisir pour moi d'être parmi vous cet après-midi, and I know we recognize our distinguished guests, Joel Harden, also Chandra Arya is here, former colleague Yasser Nagri, and certainly Mr. Mayor. It was a pleasure to see you all. Today we gather for the grand opening of Sakida Home's first ever Muslim women's shelter in the nation's capital to ensure that women are safe from any form of violence or harassment. I have to say, I've had the opportunity to travel across our great province a few years ago as my role as an MPP and member of a select committee on sexual violence and harassment, and seeing how many women, all for different reasons, live in a situation of abuse and violence, and it was a sad and troubling eye-opener. À Ottawa et partout à travers le Canada, il n'y a pas de place pour la violence faite contre les femmes. Personne ne mérite de vivre dans un environnement d'abus et de violence, et il est important que celles qui en souffrent aient un endroit où elles sont en sécurité. That is why I'm so glad to be among you today for this milestone that will give a bit of hope to Muslim women and their children across Ottawa. Thank you, Masouda, for inviting us today and for your leadership role in this project. As the representative of Ottawa, I'm so proud to have you in our community, and I'm not surprised that you took upon this project, as you have shown so often your dedication and engagement in the community of Ottawa. Congratulations to all of you. Félicitations.
I would now like to invite MP Chandra Arya. He's also going to introduce us.
Thank you, Lubna. We know that Lubna has been a very active community leader for a long time. When I told my staff that I'll be attending this meeting, one of my staff members, who while studying her social work at college, she said she volunteered at a homeless shelter, women's homeless shelter. She identified that there was no the special requirements of Muslim women in terms of their dietary requirements, in terms of spiritual requirements, that was missing, and she was so glad that it's happening. I'm glad that I'm a part of this. It is good to have same level of kind of thinking. We have Mayor Watson, whom I know very well for a long time. I know his commitment to promote Ottawa as a knowledge-based economy place. In addition, his commitment to eradicate homelessness is very well known. And these things don't come up, so just don't happen. Sakina homes kinds of things don't happen. They have community leaders who have worked for decades to help the community here. I think Sheikh Jalil can attest to the struggles they had in organizing the United Muslims organizations of Ottawa Academy for a long time. We have Imam Ashimi here, who has also worked quite a lot for the betterment and the special requirements of the Muslim community here. And we have Jamal Sharif. You understand? So all these voices put together, they all have a cumulative effect that will provide beneficial support that the community needs, and that's what is happening here. Thank you so much again, Lubna, for inviting me for being part of this year. I know Mahmouda Khan is going to speak next, and also we have got Nasruddin who also be speaking. Thank you.
So now I would like to, before I actually invite our member of provincial parliament, Joel, I just want to mention, if somebody does have to be heard, please do pick up one of these blue bags from us. They have some important information about our center. And now I would like to invite Joel, who is the MPP for this room. Thank you, Joel.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for the opportunity to be here. I want to build on what my colleagues have said. That's okay. Coming here as a resident of the city and as a provincial politician, to me is a reminder, and I'm very glad our friends from the media are here, of the kind of city we have, of how we work together, and support people who are in dire need of crisis. It is not surprising that I see so many familiar faces here. The folks who have been raising money, our friends from the Canada, our friends from Human Concern International, Sakida Homes. The reason Ottawa is such a fantastic community is because of you. And this extends beyond our friends in need in the Muslim community. Standing before you right now is a politician who in his youth, with his mom, left a relationship, came back to this part of the province, and was saved by his faith community. His faith community wrapped its arms around my family. And I want to salute the fantastic work done by Muslims here in the city. It shows the kind of city and the kind of country that we have. Thank you for being here.
Thank you very much. Now I would like to invite Yasser. I'm sure many of you know he's a past provincial MVP of this riding, and also now he's the CEO of the Institute of Canadian Citizens. So Yasser, please.
Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum. It's very kind of you, Bashida, to give me an opportunity to say a few words. I just want to echo all my colleagues who spoke earlier about the need for a home for Muslim women and children in our community, but also recognizing the reality that it's a sad moment that we are here gathered to recognize the need and to act on that need. We want to live in a society where such a need would not exist, where women of any faith or any background and their children would not need the support, the kind of support is being contemplated. But the fact remains that we are coming together as a community, that we have identified the need, and we are acting on it, and credit goes to all the members of the community and all the respective organizations whose banners are right behind us for supporting such an important need. So our ask of all members of the community to support these organizations, to support Sakida Homes, so that appropriate services are being able to provide it to Muslim women and children. And let's hope that one day we'll be getting together to celebrate the closure of this home and any other shelters that exist because the need no longer exists. Thank you very much, and again, thank you for your community sense.
Thank you, Yasser. Now I would like to invite Mahmouda Khan. She's the Executive Director of Human Concern International, and as you know, they're one of our partners as well. So, Mahmouda.
Salam and peace, everyone. Thank you, Lubna. Thank you, Sakina, for this wonderful event for a very good cause. I'm extremely humbled and honored to be here with everyone here. I remember the day the CEO and Ottawa lead of Sakina came to our office and spoke about the initiative. For us, it was not a decision, should we do it or should we not. It was a responsibility, a duty to our sisters and children of our own community that we had to carry out. And that meeting actually made me recall a personal experience I had with a little girl years ago who spent a month in a women's shelter with her mother and two young sisters. And they're tremendously lost and scared. Until today, the family doesn't want to talk about that experience. Inshallah, may they come out of there, find their way to peace. From my own perspective and personal experience as an immigrant, a young child who moved to Canada, Canada is a land of hope and opportunity for all of us here, the refugees, immigrants, all of us here. We have really good system, very fair system, and it has been continuously improved, and I know it will continue to improve. But there are still challenges, there are still people struggling, and we need to come together to tackle these challenges. Yesterday, I had the privilege and honor to have lunch with one of our founding members who started ACF 40 years ago. When I asked him to share his experience and wisdom, he said, Mahmouda, it doesn't matter who starts the work. What matters is all the people who continues the work, who moves it forward, who continues to make it grow. And that is why we're all here today. We're all united here as a community to take care of the people. I humbly request you, please continue to support Sakina and all the local organizations, charities like ourselves, and you will always find HCS shoulder to shoulder in these important causes to help move people from crisis to sustainability, which is our mission. Thank you so much once again, and we're looking forward to many more great and very inspirational words such as our Ottawa, our country. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Mahmouda. Now I would like to invite one of our other partners, Yasser Nasruddin, and he's with Islamic.
Thank you all for coming. I will take a lot of your time. I'm going to make it short and sweet. Really, thank you, Sakina Homes, for opening this shelter here in Ottawa. It's entirely needed. Same thing with Islamic belief. Our motto is based on the Quran. Whoever saves the lives, it's as if he saved the whole mankind. This is straight from the Quran, straight from the Holy Book. This project is also about saving vulnerable women. And you never know, you may save their lives because one night they may go out there, they need a shelter, and this project will take them in. So it's very important. Thank you all attendees, all volunteers, all of the politicians, all of the government, and all of us for coming here, showing your appreciation. Same thing with Islamic belief. Charity starts at home. We have the domestic program department who sponsor these things, with work strategic plans for these things. Islamic belief has been helping the poor needy all over the world since 1984. We've saved over 30 million lives in Canada alone. We are proud to invest in Ottawa. We are proud to invest in Canada. Charity starts at home. We will continue to save lives here and abroad. Thank you one more time for Sakina for starting this project here in Ottawa. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, Brother Yazan. Now I'd like to invite from NCC, National Council of Canadian Muslims. Mustafa Farouk is unable to be here, but he's representing us.
Dear respected guests, elected officials, and community leaders, I greet you all with the greetings of peace. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. My name is Amar Abdul, and I'm here representing the National Council of Canadian Muslims as their advocacy officer. NCCM is a non-profit organization that protects Canadian human rights and civil liberties, challenges discrimination and Islamophobia, builds mutual understanding, and advocates for the public concerns. My colleague and CEO of NCCM, Mustafa Farouk, was not able to make it this afternoon due to an urgent schedule shift. I would like to apologize on his behalf. The reason we are here today is to celebrate the tremendous work and efforts by Sakina Homes. Sakina Homes is currently helping over 1,700 women and children every year escape abuse and trauma. By offering over 15 different services across 35 cities in Canada, Sakina Homes ensures in helping those who are less fortunate receive a fresh start on life. We are extremely happy to be a part of the grand opening of the Ottawa shelter and look forward to assisting them in any way possible as they begin to serve the needs of our community. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, said, and whoever alleviates the need of a person in difficulty, God will alleviate his or her needs in this world and hereafter. Sakina Homes strives to maintain this higher goal, community and philanthropic work. Very commendable and honorable. Thank you. Each night, thousands of Muslim women and children in Canada go through traumatic experiences stemming from abuse, homelessness, and poverty. We know that creating a safe space for women and children being abused, which they should never have to go through in the first place to reside in, is the first step in the long journey ahead of us. I would also like to deeply thank Human Concern International for their partnership, support, and outstanding accomplishments. And to all the donor organizations and leaders who made this possible, thank you for your generosity. We pray that our communities continue to work to end the pernicious spiral of gender-based violence. Thank you.
Thank you. We're almost at the end. I know the mayor has a tight schedule. So I'd like to invite our last speaker, Sheikh Jalil Mahmoud. He's going to give his remarks. He's a representative. He's actually the president of UMOG, so that will represent most of our partners under UMOG.
So, inshallah, صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Which I mentioned, the chair of the Guidance Organization of Ottawa Gas. First of all, I'd like to tell you what is the United Ottawa Gas. It's a consortium of 13 organizations Muslim organizations that are these mosques, they provide services independently, of course, to the congregation and to the community population at large. But also we collaborate on several initiatives together. These initiatives range from different things. For instance, now, actually, COVID, we have COVID relief. And this is one of the things that we do since March, offering assistance to those who are in need, mostly the marginalized community, but also providing through family services, counseling services for those who have suffered from mental illnesses, and many other services that cannot go on and on. And National Action has taken very important role. Some of them are here, but I see that many of the artists here as well, and many others who work behind the scenes. Of course, we cannot do it without our volunteers. So first of all, I would like to thank our volunteers for their dedication for the work that goes behind the scenes. And I would like to thank Mashruda for inviting us. Actually, when we first spoke, she mentioned about the coming of Sakina home here. I was so excited. Why was I excited? Because this is something that was in the making 20 years in the making. Actually, America attest to this. We've been thinking about that for on and off, but I was so glad and so pleased to see that finally this is a dream that is coming true. And I would like to thank Sakina home and Sister Lubna and Mashuda for their leadership in doing this. And I'd like to mention something important. Of course, this service, and I heard many speakers talk about this, this service that we provide is for the most marginalized or the most precious segment in our society, women and children. Because without whom actually no civilization can survive. Without these two important fathers, mothers are very, very important in society, as they say. Like, if you have a mother, who is an educated mother, you have educated a whole generation. If you have one man, one boy, you're educated one man. But actually, mothers can be responsible for generations to come. So this is how much important this role is in our society. And of course, this goes hand in hand with the teachings of Prophet Muhammad of treating women so well. And I know it's very, very tragic that we see that, of course, this is something that happens in all societies. And Muslim people are also victims of that. So, as I heard from all these speakers, this is a great service for all women, for all the people who are suffering from this abuse, because this is something that we would like to stop, and we hope it will stop. Prophet Muhammad said, "The best among you are the best to their family." So I would like to encourage myself and all the brothers and sisters who listen to me to be good to our wives and to our children, people without whom none can be possible, and our people will not be inspired. So I'd like to thank you so much for being here. I'd like to thank you, Sister Mashuda and Sakina, for taking the initiative. And I'd like to renew, on behalf of UMOG, I'd like to renew our commitment that we will be supporting you. This is something that is important, and we will be there, and I will make sure to be a chapter with UMOG. So thank you again for having us today. Thank you.
So now we're at the official ribbon cutting ceremony. Just before we do that, I just want to quickly thank all of our partners who are Human Concern International, Islamic League, OMA, AMA, MAC, Ottawa Muslim Women's Association, Islam Care Center, MFSO, of course, our offices here, SNMC Mosque, and apart from that, lots of other personal donors and all of the volunteers who helped to furnish the home and put it together. All of the donations, and the entire home is comprised of donations, from furniture to the food items, just so you know. Now I'd like to invite the mayor and members of parliament and all of our partners, whoever can fit along the ribbon, to cut the ribbon.
Very colorful.
Where's my?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, go. There, go very important.
وهيك انتهى نقلنا المباشر والبث الكامل لافتتاح أول ملجأ للسيدات المعنفات المسلمات في مدينة أوتوا، وهذا الثالث لسكينة هومز. في اثنين موجودين في GTA areas، وهذا الأول في مدينة أوتوا. نتمنى إن شاء الله إنه ما يكون لنا حاجة لمثل هذه البيوت في المجتمع المحلي، ولكن للأسف لسه نحتاجها بسبب التعنيف وبسبب المشاكل اللي بتصير في المجتمعات المحلية ضد المرأة والأطفال. نتمنى لكم كل الخير، ونراكم في نقل مباشر مرة ثانية من قناة TV صوت العرب من كندا.